All levels of government, health officials, schools, families, everybody is trying to tackle how to prevent substance abuse. A couple of suburban communities are teaming up for a health event next week, and to tell us a little bit more about that is the superintendent of Greendale Schools, that's Gary Kiltz, and health specialist for the Greendale Health Department, Madeline Eisen. Thank you both for being here today.
You're welcome.
Madeline, let me start with you. Just give us a picture of the landscape here. What is the battle when you're talking about substance abuse in our communities?
Sure. So in Greendale and Hales Corners, which is where Community Alliance is trying to tackle the issue, it's no different than the county, than the state, than the nation. We're all struggling with this issue, and our communities are not immune. And really, obviously we want to prevent substance abuse from happening, but we also want to make sure that we are, as communities, offering support to families in crisis and those who are on their journey of recovery, and also to really try to reduce social stigma around it so that people feel comfortable talking about it and going for the resources that they need.
All right, Gary, let me jump in here with you.
Sure.
And in the interest of full disclosure, I live in Greendale, so it's my community, but it's one of those communities that probably parents have this idea of this sort of thing doesn't happen here. This is not a concern for my children or in our schools. I know that's a very different approach that you all take to it.
Absolutely. We know that addiction has no boundaries. So it can happen in Greendale as well as any other place in the Milwaukee metropolitan area. So as a school district, we really take this seriously and see this as an obligation to make sure that we're taking advantage of this and giving our parents as well as our students information about how to be proactive in cases where we know addiction may be affecting some of our students and some of our family members.
Especially when you have smaller communities as well, like Greendale, like Hales Corners. It's important. Do you find it, particularly from a health perspective, it's important to coordinate with these and get together, pool resources?
Absolutely. Yep. And that's one of the reasons we chose to partner with Hales Corners, is because we are both small communities, and we both had substance abuse as something of a priority topic. So we figured, why not get together and pool resources and strengths and create a community coalition that could tackle the issue in both of our communities.
Dr. Kiltz, tell us about the event that you've got coming up at the high school next week.
Sure, we're excited to offer this event to our community. It's scheduled for March 28th in our high school starting at 6 p.m. and we actually have two events as part of this wellness event that we're doing. The first part is really a fair where we have over 40 different organizations that are going to be represented there. We also have our 8th graders that are going to be doing poster sessions on different health and wellness topics, anything from nutrition to mental health issues that we may be facing that are leading to some of the challenges with drug addiction. And then the second part of the evening is actually a forum where we have a guest speaker who's suffered from addiction himself, has gone through recovery, and he's going to be sharing his story. And then we have a panel of experts that include myself, but we have a physician, a pharmacist, a mother who's going to share her story. She lost her son to addiction, unfortunately. So I think it's just going to be a great opportunity for people to hear a number of different perspectives.
Well, thanks for both being here and sharing that.
Absolutely.
And for putting on the event in the community.
Absolutely.
Great
Thank
to
you.
see you.